Aries Rising July 2022 looks like a focus on family, and you might be making a new decision, and also some new love life things happening. So if you're excited to hear about what July 2022 has coming up for you and your rising sign, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. Hi, I'm Maren. If you are new here, I am a Western Hellenistic astrologer using the tropical zodiac and whole sign houses in this video. And as always, some of the transits mentioned, such as the new and the full moons, will have their own individual videos if you would like to watch those after this, if they're already out. From the 1st to the 2nd, Mars in your 1st house is squaring Pluto in your 10th house. So the month does start out on possibly some aggression or confidence that you're putting out that is met with manipulation with your work or by a boss. But then on the 5th, with Mars entering Taurus, it looks like you might be working really hard to secure the bag. And maybe it is a period of having to crunch down your spending or make your dollar stretch a little bit. But there is more focus on some financial growth or working for more money that takes place this month as well. Now, also on the 5th, Mercury is entering your Cancer 4th house. So you are speaking more to your family, prompting more communication or discussion around family and property matters. And from the 11th to the 12th, Venus in your 3rd house, trining Saturn in your 11th house, shows you're gaining support from some friends or connections to work on a project that could involve writing or communication. Then from the 13th to the 14th, Venus in your 3rd house is squaring Neptune in your 12th house. So this communication or this project or thing that you're working on a daily basis could lead to some doubts on your mental health, or from like internally, you're like, is this too much for me to handle? Is this something that's going to be hard for me to keep going on? Can I really do this? So some doubts arise as you gain support. Totally normal, obviously. Also on the 13th is a full moon in Capricorn, an ending, a letting go, or a high point to release in your career that could be tying up a professional chapter. On the 16th to the 17th, there's then a Sun-Mercury cazimi conjunction in your 4th house of home and family. So communicating or realizing something important that needs to be hashed out in your family will likely happen around the 16th to 17th as something comes to mind to speak about with your family. On the 18th, Venus then enters Cancer, your 4th house, highlighting more cooperation, more harmony, and more ease with family or property matters. And on the 19th, Mercury enters Leo, which is your 5th house. So you could be communicating more with someone that you're dating, or even with your children if you have them, or with a creative project. From the 18th to the 19th, the Sun and Mercury are in your Cancer 4th house, opposing Pluto in your 10th house. So the new discussions with family could lead to making important decisions in your career, like you have to pick family or career, or your family wants you to change your career. And on the 23rd, the Sun enters your Leo 5th house, adding focus to your 5th house of dating and creativity. And that's why the last week of the month, let's say, has a lot more focus on having fun, feeling good, and what's involving dating or your love life. Then from the 24th to the 25th, Venus in your 4th house is squaring Jupiter in your 1st house. Looks like you are providing something really important for your family. You are getting into something that is helping your family out a lot, like you are providing for them. You're doing something very giving. And then on the 26th to the 27th, it looks like you could be saying something that is a little bit aggravating to them. Like Mercury is squaring Mars between your 4th and your 1st houses. So you're helping them out a lot, and you're also like, but I'm saying this too, and that could piss you off. Then on the 28th, there is a new moon in your Leo 5th house, a new beginning in your creative or dating life or even kid life. So if you're looking to get pregnant, could be the end of July here. Then on the 29th, Jupiter stations retrograde in your 1st house. Jupiter is still in your 1st house, highlighting the growth of your identity, who you are, and the kinds of things you're bringing into the world. But Jupiter stationing retrograde will mean that the next 2-3 months, August into October, are a rethinking of your openness to provide and a rethinking of all the personal growth that you've done over the past 3 months. On the 31st, Mercury in your 5th house will oppose Saturn in your 11th house. So your closeness or your thoughts about a romantic partner or a creative project could be met with some harsh disapproval from your friends or people you're around. And finally, we tie up the month with Mars conjunct Uranus in your 2nd house. Looks like an unfortunate sudden event for your finances. Mars-Uranus is not too nice usually, and it's in your 2nd house of finances, so we do tie up the month on that note. If any of this resonated or it sounds like something that's coming up in your life, do make sure that you comment down below. I read everything and I would love to hear from you and how this is landing in your life. The guidance that I would then give to Aries risings is to focus on being honest with your family while also being generous, being upfront while not being skimpy, and then end of the month looks like there is something substantial in your love life that is showing up, so I wouldn't be too scared of it. It looks really fun and really enjoyable. Otherwise, do make sure that you're liking, subscribing. I see a lot of you have not subscribed, just putting it out there. Share this video if it helped you. That does help the channel a lot as well. Let me know if this is landing in your life in a certain way or any predictions that you have about the astrology as well, and I will see you in the next one.
There is one.